Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Our today's topic is acne. Acne, also known as acne vulgaris, is a long-term skin disease that occurs when dead skin cells and oil from the skin clog hair follicles. Usual onset of acne starts with puberty. The history of acne. Historical records indicate pharaohs had acne, which may be the earliest known reference to the disease. In the 16th century, the French physician and botanist Francois Bourgeois provided one of the earlier descriptions of acne. He used the term Cydrocea acne to describe a small red and hard tubercle that altered a person's facial appearance during adolescence and were neither itchy nor painful. Scientists initially hypothesized that acne represented a disease of the skin's hair follicle and occurred due to the blockage of the pore by sebum. But during the mid-20th century, dermatologists realized that no single hypothesized factor like sebum bacteria or excess keratin fully accounted for the disease in its entirety. This led to the current understanding that acne could be explained by a sequence of related events, beginning with blockage of skin follicle by excessive dead skin cells, followed by bacterial invasion of the hair follicle pore, changes in sebum production and inflammation. The society and culture. Misperception about acne's causative and aggravating factors are common, and people often blame those with acne for their condition. Such blame can worsen the affected person's sense of self-esteem. Until the 20th century, even among dermatologists, the list of causes was believed to include excessive sexual thoughts and masturbations. Dermatologists' association with sexually transmitted infections, especially syphilis, contributed to the stigma. Acne vulgaris and its resultant scars are associated with significant social and academic difficulties that can last into adulthood. During the Great Depression, dermatologists discovered that young men with acne had difficulty obtaining jobs. Until the 1930s, many people viewed acne as a trivial problem among middle-class girls because, unlike smallpox and the tuberculosis, no one died from it, and a feminine problem because boys were much less likely to seek medical assistance for it. During the World War II, some soldiers in tropical climates developed such severe and widespread tropical acne on their bodies that they were declared medically unfit for the duty. The epidemiology. Globally, acne affects approximately 650 million people, or about 9.4% of the population of as 2010. It affects nearly 90% of people in the Western countries during their teenage years, but can occur before adolescence and may persist into adulthood. While acne that first develops between the age of 21 and 25 is uncommon, it affects 54% of women and 40% of men older than 25 years of age and has a lifetime prevalence of 85%. About 20% of those affected have moderate or severe cases. It is slightly more common in females than males. In those over 40 years old, 1% of males and 5% of females still have problems. The types of acne. The severity of acne vulgaris can be classified as mild, moderate, and severe. There is no universally accepted scale for grading acne severity. The presence of clogged skin follicle limited to the face with occasional inflammatory lesion defines mild acne. Moderate severity can said to occur when a higher number of inflammatory papules and pustules occur on the face compared to the mild cases of acne and appear on the trunk of the body. Severe acne is said to occur when nodules and the characteristic facial lesions and involvement of the trunk is extensive. The causes. Acne are mainly caused by genetics. Genetics are considered the primary risk factors for the development. Acne has also been a feature of rare genetic disorders such as Alport syndrome and XSY syndrome. Other than genetics, possible secondary contributors include hormones, hormonal activity during puberty and menstrual cycle, medical conditions such as polycystic ovary syndrome, congenital adrenal hyperplasia, and androgen-secreting tumors can cause acne in affected individuals. Pregnancy can increase androgen levels and consequently oily sebum synthesis. Acne can be a side effect of testosterone replacement therapy or anabolic steroid use. Over-the-counter bodybuilding and dietary supplements often contain illegally added anabolic steroids. The infections. The anaerobic bacterial species Cutibacterium acnes, an infection with the parasitic mite Demodex, is associated with the development of acne. High glycemic load diets have been found to have different degrees of effect of acne severity. Few studies have examined the relationship between obesity and acne. Vitamin B12 may trigger skin outbreaks similarly to acne or worsen existing acne when taken in doses exceeding the recommended daily intake. There are few high-quality studies to demonstrate that stress causes or worsens acne. Despite being controversial, some research indicates that increased acne severity is associated with high stress levels in certain contexts, such as hormonal changes seen in premenstrual syndrome. Mechanical obstruction of skin follicles with helmets or chin straps can worsen pre-existing acne. Several medications such as lithium, isoniazid, glucocorticoids, bromides, and testosterone can worsen pre-existing acne. Sunlight and cleanliness are not associated with the acne. Signs and symptoms. Typical features of acne include increased secretion of oily sebum by the skin, microcomedones and comedones, papules, nodules, pustules, and often results in scarring. The appearance of acne varies with skin color. Scars and pigmentation which occurs after an inflamed nodular acne lesion resolves. It is common for skin to darken in that area, which is known as post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. The diagnosis. Acne vulgaris is diagnosed based on a medical professional's clinical judgment. The evaluation of a person with suspected acne should include taking a detailed medical history about a family history of acne, medication taken, signs and symptoms of excessive production of androgen hormones, cortisol, and growth hormone. The management. There are several measures to manage acne. One of them is medications. Many different treatments exist for acne. These include alpha hydroxy acid, anti-androgen medications, antibiotics, hormonal treatments, keratolytic soaps, salicylic acid, and others. Skin care. People with acne should wash affected skin only twice a day. The application of a fragrance-free moisturizer to sensitive and acne-prone skin may reduce irritation. Dermatologists recommend using cosmetic products that are non-comedogenic, oil-free, and won't clog pores. A diet low in simple sugars helps improving acne. Self-care, having proper sleep, reducing stress also lower the acne, and also drinking enough water reduces acne. The prognosis of acne. Acne usually improves around the age of 20 but may persist into adulthood. Permanent physical scar may also occur. The complications. Long-term acne can lead to anxiety, reduced self-esteem, depression, and thoughts of suicide. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and also comment on what topic you would want to see the next video. Check out my other videos. The links are in the description box below.